Thanks for clicking my YouTube page. Please click the subscribe link today to take advantage of all my new content and to get into some online conversations about the new standard. I'm giving you my 7 rules of ISO auditing. Here is rule number 4. Rule number 4 is don't put things into the standard that aren't there unless you really want to. So a while back I learned how to use the Control F function in Windows to do a word search. So if you do that for the ISO standard, the word annual, you get nothing because the word annual doesn't appear in the ISO standard anywhere, nor does the word daily or weekly or monthly or meeting. So if I do the same thing in your procedure and I find the word monthly, so that you require yourself to have a monthly meeting, for example, I'm going to go to wherever that is and make sure you're doing that because evidently you thought it was something that was important enough that you put it in your operating system, even though it was not in the standard. Now, there are places in the standard that will require you to do things in planned intervals determined by you, cases which are like the internal audit and the management review, and I'm going to ask what your planned intervals are and go from there to make sure you did what you planned. This is the kind of thing, by the way, that happens when people buy a canned quality system from the outside or hire a new quality manager that brings in his system from some other company, because it could be full of requirements that aren't in the standard and seem perfectly reasonable in one company, but might be completely over the top in yours. Classic example of this is, we'll do supplier review every 6 months. Someone brings in a quality system, the purchasing department has no buy-in. There's a requirement that the purchasing guy is not aware of, and I have to write a non-conformance because they're not doing what was in their requirement because there's no objective evidence that somebody did something every 6 months. Here's another example where Jim's rule number 1, share the love, comes directly into play because people have to know what's in their own procedures. Now, this is just not about time intervals. It's about any requirement that you put on yourself, including inspection frequency, work instructions, and everything else. Look and see what's in the standard, and if it's a requirement, put it in there, but by all means, don't put things in the requirement which aren't there unless you really want to. So rule number 4 is, don't put things into the standard that aren't there unless you really want to. Feel free to give me some click love on my website at iso-help.com, and thanks for watching.